Hey, what's up, folks? If you're looking for the best gaming TVs, you've landed in the perfect spot. We've done the research to bring you the best gaming TV options for this year. Considering price, performance, and usage scenarios, stick around to discover which gaming TVs is the best fit for you. You can find all the product links with the best deals in the description box below. Our list is in no particular order, so be sure to stay tuned till the end. Let's get started. Number 1. Samsung S90C OLED. The best TV for gaming we've tested is the Samsung S90C OLED. It's a feature-packed TV that delivers an incredible gaming experience. Its low input lag and nearly instantaneous response time result in crystal clear, fluid motion with no distracting blur or ghosting behind fast-moving objects. The TV delivers impressive picture quality thanks to its QD OLED panel. It delivers incredibly deep blacks, making this an impressive TV for gaming in a dark room. HDR gaming on the S90C is amazing, but it doesn't support Dolby Vision, although few games support it anyway. The S90C also looks good in rooms with some lights on, with high peak brightness allowing it to overcome glare. Its viewing angle is incredibly wide, so it's a great choice for playing couch co-op or party games with friends sitting around the TV. All 4 HDMI inputs support 4000 at 144 Hz, so you can take advantage of a PS5, Xbox Series XS, and a recent PC GPU without compromising motion performance. It also has incredibly low input lag, so you get a responsive experience that's great for competitive PvP games. The 2024 version of this TV, the Samsung S90D S90D OLED, is also available. It has minor upgrades like better HDR brightness and less banding in colors. It's currently a lot more expensive, so unless you really want the small upgrades it offers, you're better off buying the cheaper S90C while it's still available. It's worth mentioning that Samsung's 2024 OLED lineup is confusing, as they've released S90DS with both WOLED and QD OLED panels, depending on the region and size. You can read more about this here. Number 2. Sony Bravia 9 QLED. If you regularly game in a bright room or want a TV that will impress your friends during a well-lit party, the best 4000 TV for gaming in a bright room that we've tested is the Sony Bravia 9 QLED. It's incredibly bright, so this TV easily overcomes glare, and it can display exceptionally bright highlights in HDR games. Speaking of HDR, the TV supports Dolby Vision gaming at up to 120 Hz, which is great for those with an Xbox Series XS. Colors are also very vibrant and lifelike due to the TV's wide color gamut and outstanding color volume. You don't get the same inky blacks you get from an OLED like the Samsung S90C OLED, but it has truly standout contrast for an OLED TV, displaying very deep blacks with very minimal blooming. Unlike the S90C, the TV's viewing angle is pretty narrow, so the image doesn't hold up as well when viewed from the sides of the screen. The TV has HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on 2 of its ports, but one of those ports is also the ERC port, so you're limited if you have both current-gen consoles and a soundbar. The TV supports up to 4000 at 120 Hz in VRR for a nearly tear-free gaming experience, meaning it's fully compatible with modern consoles. Its response time isn't nearly as fast as an OLED, but it's still quick enough for minimal blur behind fast motion. The TV's input lag is higher than competing models from other brands. It's still low enough for a responsive feel, but if you're a competitive gamer, you might want to look elsewhere. Number 3. LG C3 OLED. If you want an OLED that is not only great at gaming but can also be an excellent home theater TV, consider the upper mid-range LG C3 OLED. The main difference between this TV and the Samsung S90C OLED minus its 83-inch model is the specific type of OLED panel used. Both TVs deliver an incredible dark room experience, with inky blacks and no distracting blooming around bright areas of the screen. However, the QD OLED panel on the S90C allows for brighter and more vibrant colors. But the C3 partly makes up for it by being more versatile, as it has better image processing, Dolby Vision gaming at 120 Hz, and can pass through advanced DTS audio formats. Like the S90C, it's also bright enough for a pleasant gaming experience in a moderately lit room. It delivers incredible gaming performance with a nearly instantaneous response time, resulting in crystal clear motion with no distracting blur behind fast-moving objects. It's also packed with gaming features, including full HDMI 2.1 bandwidth support on all 4 inputs, which means you can simultaneously take full advantage of the Xbox Series XS, PS5, and a powerful PC. 2024's LG C4 OLED is also available. It has minor upgrades like better HDR brightness and accuracy. It also supports up to 4000 at 144 Hz for PC gamers with high-end rigs. It's currently quite expensive though, so unless you're a gamer with a powerful PC, your money is better spent on the cheaper C3 while it's still available and on sale. Number 4. Hisense U7N. If you like the Sony Bravia 9 QLED or LG B3 OLED but are tight on money, you can step down to the best lower mid-range gaming TV we've tested, the Hisense U7N. Despite its price, the TV is packed with gaming features. It has HDMI 2.1 bandwidth on 2 of its ports, both capable of up to 4000 at 144 Hz. It also has VRR support and auto low latency mode ALLL, so you're fully covered if you own either an Xbox Series XS or a PS5. Motion and fast-paced games has minimal blur behind it thanks to the TV's excellent response time, and its incredibly low input lag delivers a responsive gaming experience. The TV isn't as bright as the Sony Bravia 9 QLED, but it's still very bright, and it has amazing reflection handling, so it overcomes glare when gaming in a well-lit room. If you also game in a dark room, the TV's excellent contrast delivers deep blacks, although there's noticeable blooming. Still, highlights in HDR games really stand out, and colors are vibrant due to the TV's wide color gamut, delivering an impactful HDR experience. It also supports Dolby Vision gaming for those with an Xbox Series XS. Unfortunately, its viewing angle is very narrow, so it's not the best choice to play party games with a big group. Number 5. Hisense U6.U6N. The best budget gaming TV we've tested is the Hisense U6.U6N. Unlike the pics above, it doesn't have HDMI 2.1 bandwidth and 4000 at 120 Hz support. It still has some basic gaming features like auto low latency mode ALLL, and its excellent response means there's only some minor blur behind fast motion, although there's some black smearing in darker games. Its input lag is also low enough for a responsive feel when gaming. What separates this TV from most other budget models is the option to game in up to 1440p at 120 Hz if you prefer a higher frame rate over resolution. The TV also supports VRR, but its range maxes out at 60 Hz, so you can't game at 120 FPS with VRR. Despite its price, the TV still provides good picture quality. It has an effective local dimming feature that gives the TV excellent contrast, so you get deep blacks when gaming in a dark room. It's not as bright as the Hisense U7N, but it's still bright enough to use in a well-lit room when gaming in SDR. The TV's HDR brightness isn't quite as good though, so highlights don't stand out like they should in HDR games. However, it does have a wide color gamut for vibrant colors. Additionally, the TV supports Dolby Vision, so you can game in that HDR format on your Xbox Series XS. Number 6. Sony A80L. This is Sony's mid-range OLED TV, offering a less advanced screen than the likes of the Samsung S95C further down this list or the S90C above, actually, but packing in Sony's best image processing and crucially for us gaming features. You've got 4K 120Hz and VRR support over 2 HDMI 2.1 ports, though the latency of 16.5 ms is not the best here by any means. This is part of Sony's perfect for PS5 TV lineup, which means it includes auto HDR tone mapping support with the console. This means the PS5 adjusts its HDR output to match the exact capabilities of the screen, so you always get the best looking image. And it doesn't rely on its gaming features to get by. We were very impressed with the image quality in our tests, going as far to say in our review the Sony A80L might not benefit from next-gen OLED technologies and brightness, but its stellar appreciation for the finer things in AV life means it's still hard to resist. That includes not just picture quality, but also the sound. Sony's acoustic surface tech is very impressive and means you may be able to avoid getting a soundbar. Number 7. Samsung QN90C. If you're looking for a bright TV that doesn't get lost in reflections even if you're watching it during the day in a sunlit room, allow us to introduce the Samsung QN90C. The Hisense U8K we mentioned earlier in this guide is nearly as bright, but this is slightly brighter still and is also available in more sizes. It's a mini LED display that delivers incredible brightness, It has an exceptionally low input lag for a TV of this size, and it delivers impressive HDR, albeit with the usual Samsung omission of Dolby Vision. With HDMI 2.1 support across all 4 HDMI inputs, compatibility with 4K 120Hz and support for ALLM, VRR, and FreeSync Premium Pro, the QN90C is equipped to make the most of any next-gen console, although it lacks Dolby Vision gaming. And when you add in the popping brightness, assured motion tracking, and mile-wide color palette already discussed, it shines above the rest, mostly anyhow. Game mode is fantastically fast, but you do lose a little of the contrast and a slight increase in white tone blooming, so when it comes to precise contrast, OLED TVs have an edge over it. Number 8. LG C4. The LG C4 is an excellent all-around TV for gaming, movies, and just about anything else. It has a new brightness booster feature that lets it effectively compete with the Samsung S90C, sitting at the top of our list as best overall gaming TV, though that model remains our top choice owing to its mix of performance and features and currently lower price. The brightness booster on the LG C4 is made possible by a new Alpha 9 AI processor, 4K Gen 7 processor that also improves audio from the TV's built-in 2.2- channel speakers with virtual 9.1.2- channel upmixing. The Dolby Vision, HDR10, and HLG HDR formats are all supported, and there's a new Dolby Vision Filmmaker Mode preset that gives you an accurate Dolby Vision HDR picture without having to muck with picture settings and menus. LG's 2024 TVs, including the C4, are the first models to be 144Hz certified by NVIDIA, which is great news for PC gamers. Xbox Series X and PS5 console owners will appreciate the C4's 4 HDMI 2.1 ports with 4K 120Hz support, along with VRR and ALLM. Cloud gaming is also well represented on the LG C4, with GeForce Now, Amazon Luna, Utomik, Blacknet, and Boosteroid apps available in the game's Quick Card on the TV's WebOS 24 smart interface. Number 9. Samsung S95D. Thanks to new anti-reflection tech, the Samsung S95D drastically reduces reflections in bright viewing environments, meaning you can get QD OLED quality picture during any daytime gaming. Black levels and colors are still rich even in the brightest of rooms, giving you the best possible graphics available. In terms of gaming features, the S95D is stacked. 4 HDMI 2.1 ports carry 144Hz refresh rate, VRR including FreeSync Premium Pro, ALLM, and HGig support. There's also the Game Hub for any cloud gaming services from Luna, Xbox, and more, which serves as a handy tool for gamers. Gaming performance is also a highlight of the S95D, with a super low 8.9 ms input lag time. It's effortlessly smooth and free-flowing gameplay, even in the most graphically intense moments. The S94D's built-in audio is also impressive enough, particularly with object tracking, to complete the overall gaming experience. The S95D does come at a premium price that some may find too rich, but for those who can stretch their budgets, it's a premium OLED option that is ideal for those with a bright gaming environment. Number 10. Sony Bravia 9. The Sony Bravia 9 uses Sony's XR Backlight Master Drive with high peak luminance, which is a new twist on mini-LED tech that encompasses custom 22-bit LED drivers to offer significantly more refined local dimming, meaning best-in-class contrast for a mini-LED. And it's a fantastic improvement to pictures for both movies and gaming. The Bravia 9 features PS5 exclusive features including Auto HDR tone mapping and Auto Genre Picture Mode when it detects a PS5, displaying the best picture possible. It also comes with 4K 120Hz VRR including NVIDIA G-Sync but sadly not AMD FreeSync, Dolby Vision gaming, and a game bar to make easy settings adjustments while gaming. While we did measure a higher than expected 17 ms input lag time, combining the Bravia 9's features with its picture quality makes for an excellent gaming experience as long as you're not a literal pro gamer. Speaking of picture quality, the Bravia 9's is simply stunning. The sophisticated mini-LED tech means OLED-level blacks with rich contrast and exceptional brightness 2280 nits in standard mode, in fact, that will be perfect for daytime viewing. Crucially, there's also little to no light bleed in high-contrast images, something that is a regular issue for other mini-LED TVs.